Oh, who's here? Who's here? All right, let me go to the top. There's a lot of you. All right, Ronnie's here. Hey, Phil. Hey, Dr. Dubois. Test, you're here. I'm here. I'm running a little bit late. I had to use the bathroom before I left. Hey, Lars. Hey, Ralph. Let's see. Reed. Hey, Phil. Hey, Tina. I think I caught up with everyone. Reed, we're going to the hot building. We got to start with the hot building. Reed's so supportive tonight on the comic channel. So obviously, hey, Iron Addict. We got to start with the hot building. Hey, Phil. Oh man, the comic stream was a ton of fun for me. After the flood on last week, a week ago now. Hey, Kevin. I was like, I'm never gonna stream down there again. And yet today, it was so much fun. I realized I just have to store stuff at my office. There's no room though, so I'm just like, my office is dead, and I'll just have to set up to gotta start with the hot building. Here we go. We gotta get full on hot building. There you go, full on. It's the hot building. Gotta look at it for a few minutes. Yeah, no, I Pop sleeps and Pop takes a dump is not a thing that's for real. I've contemplated it, but no, I'm not gonna happen. Okay, let's where do we want to go? I'm not sure where I want to go tonight. It was a really fun, nice comic stream tonight. You sweating? It's so hot. All right, great song, awesome REM song. This is 8590 song. 90 song right here. Super awesome song. All right, we got through the big crowd. I'm not sure why I'm going this way. I don't know which way I want to go tonight. I have no plans. It's not Friday night yet, so we don't have to the river. Okay, we can loop around and find Tina's house, and then maybe to the river after that. I want to wait a little bit before I cut out the signal. Hey, Marlana. I do have to say, the comic stream was so fun tonight, and it was I think my best live stream on the comic channel. I think it got 700 or 800 views while live. That's the most I've ever had on a live stream. That's kind of crazy to me how hopping the comic stream was. So I think what I have to do is I got to clean up the basement and make just a solid filming area so that I can film new stuff, and then I can't leave it in the basement. I decided I can do the filming there. I'm comfortable with the filming, but I don't think I want to leave stuff because I'm just so afraid of the water. I did put up one water detector, and I have another one I have to set up in the boiler room. And then we're going to get that channel hopping again. All right, Lars, it's not street candy night, so probably not going to do that. But you never know. Maybe, Ronnie, that could be it. Your books were pretty fire. Pretty fire. It was awesome. It was fun to see. It's so lively. I think we stayed at like 80 people the whole stream. It went down a little bit when we crashed, but still, very solid night. Super solid night. Hey, Retro. Now, Retro, Lars has voted down any kind of rat videography today. So I think we have competing sides of the coin. I have something in my sock. All right, let's get it out. All right, let's get that. All right, okay, I think we are good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually. Like, I'm actually really tired because I was like full on energy for 2 hours. And but it was fun. I mean, I've done a few other 2-hour streams, but it's crazy that you were there the whole time. Hey, Brian. And it's so, oh my gosh, I can't believe how many people came over from the comic channel. I think Alan, the comic collector geek, he also promoted my walking channel a little bit. We gained something like 150 subscribers or something. 150 subscribers. That's crazy in one day. That makes me super happy. We're at 5:30 or 5:40 now, I think. Okay, no. All right, well, I mean, if I happen to see a whole bunch, I might have to stop for a minute, but I'm not going to go out of my way. The last night when we tried to look, I actually didn't see any, so we lucked out last time. Or unlucked out, depending on who thought what. The night before that, though, we had like that one spot where there's about 7 of them. It was really disgusting. All right, awesome. I mean, Return of the Jedi. I mean, I can't compete with that. Holy heck, I can't compete with that. All right, we're, I just passed Bedford. All right, let's go just down Bedford. Oh, there's the street candy machine. Yeah, it's a pretty busy night. Tomorrow night will be, Friday night is our people night when it gets really wacky and crazy. We had one person get excited for being on video last night. That was one crazy drunken guy. But tomorrow night will be when it's crazy. So maybe tomorrow night and Saturday night, because I feel like Saturday night was a lot crazier. Hey, I love Disney and comics. We're in Williamsburg, Brooklyn right now. We're right across the street from about 8th or 9th Street, I believe. Well, I appreciate that. I love that you just like hanging out as I walk around. But yeah, we're right across the street from where like Toy Tokyo is. We'll go over to the river. We're 3 blocks from the river right now. We're gonna walk over to the river in a few minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the free book nook, see if there's anything cool in there tonight. Then we're going to visit Tina's Blue House, because it's a super awesome blue house that I would love to own just because it looks so cool. And then we're going to go to the river. We're going to check out the Empire State Building. We're going to do all our kind of normal rituals we do every night. And then we're going to find a topic to talk about. I don't even know what I want to talk about tonight. But what usually happens is we walk around, we just randomly chat, and then all of a sudden, a topic will come up, and then I'll start ranting and raving for like an hour. My phone was only at 81%. Not really. Just open the store and hopefully sell it. Sales has actually been pretty good in the shop the last 2 days. Like, I think we sold over $500 the last 2 days in the shop, which is really good for a weekday. Any day I can kind of pass 400 during the week, I'm happy. So I'm kind of hoping that Saturday is like amazing sales, but we'll see. It might also be absolutely dead as well. And we're cleaning up too. I moved a bunch of the DVD box sets to make room for cassette tapes, and I made a lot of room for action figures. I gotta hang out like 500 action figures. And we also bought one collection of comics. Yes, fantastic. Yeah, I'm not comics. One collection of Funko Pops I priced out. I forgot. I have to tell them how much I owe them. Completely just spaced out. I wanted to live stream with you guys. I completely forgot about it. So I gotta do after this walk. You guys remind me when I'm getting towards the end of the walk. I need to pay one guy for Funko Pops. So tomorrow I gotta try to stream a Funko Pop haul kind of thing. All right, this music is a nice classic 80s song. I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a really good weekend. Now I'm cleaning up a lot. I'm hanging up all the 90s action figures that I bought from Will. The VHS tapes are amazing movies. Lots of great horror and sci-fi and just classics. And the store is just going to be packed full of cool stuff. I have new pops. The collection I bought today was actually pretty cool. There's a lot of Jokers, Harley Quinns, some horror stuff that I needed. She's watching Jedi. I can't believe I can compete with Jedi. I mean, this is the same exact walk I do every night, so it's kind of like watching the same thing. I think the 28th or 29th is Manhattan Henge too. We got to figure that out in the next few days. There she is. Hey, Melody. Oh, I'm gonna cross the street. Actually, I hope everyone's all right. Never like seeing an ambulance. Can someone let me know what day Manhattan Henge is? I always keep forgetting. Hey, hey, Yoda rocks. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, we're almost on. I just looked for Joe's Pizza now because that's the street that the Blue House is on. We gotta do our ritual. We gotta double check the free book nook thingy. All right, I'll take it. Melody, you are sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys that want to just hang out with me every day. I like this. It just brings me so much joy. Just hanging out and getting my exercise. I'm feeling healthier, having great conversations. And I feel like it's more and more people hanging out every night, which is awesome. So much fun. Yeah, New York, I didn't even realize he was honking. I'm so used to honking that I don't even hear it. It's empty tonight. Empty. Okay, that's a bummer, but it is what it is. Can't find treasure every night. And it's also not street candy night, so there's probably no random treasure, no random records to grab. No $30 or $40 worth of record just sitting on the sidewalk. Favorite Star Wars movie? Okay, so as a kid, Empire Strikes Back was my favorite, but I refused to watch it as an adult because I didn't want to ruin how I thought about it. When I finally did rewatch it about 5 years ago, I was like, but I just, it's so dated. Han is such like a chauvinist pig. I don't know. Back to Empire Strikes Back just was not as much as I loved it. So I think my favorite now is the first Star Wars movie, the very first one. It's just a classic. It's perfectly paced, perfectly edited. But I've also become a fan of the prequels. Like, I hated it when they came out, but because my son likes them so much and he points out how cool they are and the things he points out, I realize that the prequels are actually kind of neat. Yes, the special effects kind of suck, but how they tie into the original movies makes them actually really awesome. Like when Obi-Wan jumps down to fight Grievous and he's like, hello there. It's like he did the same exact thing in the first movie. It's like a homage to the original movie. It's amazing. Okay, we got the Blue House. Love that Blue House. Get my stalker credit going. All right, we'll head to the water now. Now that we hit the Blue House, we checked the book nook. But yeah, A New Hope, I think, is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's a perfect classic. You can't go wrong. If I could only watch one Star Wars movie ever again, it would be that one. I love Jedi too, though. Jedi is also a fantastic movie. But when I watch it, it's different, right? The new Jedi, they have this big song at the end, which is a lovely scene, but it's not the original one. I don't hate Force Awakens, but the newer ones just aren't my cup of tea as much. I think the two sequels after the first one, I actually really enjoyed it, but then the two sequels kind of ruined it a little bit. Blue, blue, blue. Who doesn't love the Blue House? I love the Blue House. All right, let's check out the water. Tonight. Okay, I think we're back. Video games, eating, sleeping. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, video games, eating, sleeping, and reading comics. I don't know. I don't have a lot of space in my apartment, so it's hard to do a lot of fun things. Go to the wall of photos. Was there a wall of photos? I don't even know what the wall of photos is. Okay, we'll go back. We'll find the wall of photos. All right, wall of photos. Sometimes, like, by the time, because there's a 30-second delay, sometimes it's like I'm a mile away. Wall of photos. But if you see something you want to see, I definitely want to walk and show it to you, because that's why we're here. We're here to hang out and see fun stuff. It should be connected now. So you guys, all right, so you're reacting for 30 seconds. I was disconnected for a little bit. I am back now, though. I should be back. Wall of photos.
Also, Luis, one more thing. For your benefit, I'm going to tell you something. Because I care about...
Okay. I don't know how far back the wall of photos was. Yeah, with the big, like, little book inside it. I love that vibe. My brother had that. Oh, this thing right here? This super cool, like, art wall? I don't think it's an ad. I think it's just like an installation. It's about adopting dogs, I think. Oh, wow. Can you guys see me at all? Can you hear me but not see me? Let's see. No. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I don't know if that was just 30 seconds ago or if it's just permanently all messed up now. Man, I hate when technology just doesn't work very well. Read. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so you can hear but not see. That's so weird. It's back. Oh, it's back. Okay, it's back. Alright, did you guys see the wall of there we go. We're at the wall of photos. It's a ad for adopting dogs, I believe. So it's what does it say? Something photo. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened. I just disconnected halfway through the block, so I'm not sure. All right. Oh, let me readjust. Okay, we're good. All right, good. All right, let's continue the walk. Okay, we're back. Dang it. I hate when it disconnects. That's a bummer. Ooh, I started late tonight. I don't think I'm gonna get my 10,000 steps in one day. I'll probably end up with like 5,000 on the next day. Also, my sleep cycle is cycling around a little bit again. I woke up at 3 something, but I didn't go to bed till 6 in the morning. The day before I went to bed at like 5. So I think I'm kind of psycho. It's gonna be really difficult for me the next week, I think. It's beautiful outside though. It's like 62 maybe. No rain or anything. I'm very comfortable right now. Yeah, it's really annoying the amount of dead spots. It's just because there's so many giant buildings that kind of block signals. I think that's why you get the dead spots. I'm even paying for the highest tier T-Mobile I can get. So when it's connected, I can connect really strongly. But when I hit the wrong spot. No, I don't go to bed at the same time each day. It's impossible for me. If I try to go to bed at the same time, I just toss and turn. And then I end up actually not sleeping. And so because of that, I don't get anything done. So I rather sleep at different times each day. And then I can be super productive. I can do live streams. I can work in the shop. I can do all kinds of things. Yeah, all right, we're getting there. All right, well, at least I'm paying for the thing so it doesn't disconnect when it hits the buffering. It used to, when I first started, it would just disconnect and end the stream, and that really got me upset because I don't want to end the stream. I want to keep hanging out. So now I pay for the thing where it creates a server so that when I disconnect, it keeps it up, and it should say be right back for you guys. I haven't quite figured out how to change that screen yet, but I'll get there. Okay. Heard a little rustling in that pile, but I think it was just the wind. Just the wind. Not any of our neighborhood friends that like to dig. I saw one the other night that was stuck in the bag opening, and it was really squirming trying to get out. It was kind of freaky. Childhood fears? I don't think so. I used to be scared of everything. I was scared of being abducted by aliens. I was scared of ghosts, darkness. I was scared of a lot of things, but I don't really feel as scared about that stuff anymore. Yeah, allergy season is in full gear right now. I feel myself ready to cough a ton. I really don't like I love the beautiful weather, but I hate all the pollen and stuff that just makes you feel miserable. It's the worst. Man, I wish I could figure out a way to get even better signal though, so I can go inside buildings and stuff. Or walk with a person that has like a extender outside that makes it so I can go anywhere. We'll check out the water for a little bit.
John, I told him, I said,
no, I don't think there's any haunted spots I know of. There's a few areas that are creepy, and for a few of my walks, there's one night I saw a blue cloud that creeped the crap out of me, but we figured out, I think it's a bridge in Queens that lights up the sky. And that I can find now almost every night as long as there's clouds. Empire State Building is just white with like a little tip of pink. So I don't think it's lit up today. All right, we're gonna try to go to water. We might cut out. If we do, I'm gonna just walk back. But hopefully it keeps up. What I like to do is my eyes, if they get too itchy from the allergies, I just take lots of showers, or I try to rinse my face a lot. Just to remove as much of the allergens as I can. Because I hate it. It's the worst. Alright, we're getting a little bit of a choppy signal. I don't even hear the wind. It doesn't feel that windy for me, so it's probably just the microphone's picking up the wind. I do need to figure out how to get a separate microphone that I can use so it doesn't get too disconnected. I'm going to go straight, because I think straight we can get to the waterfront without it getting disconnected, because we're still between the buildings. Yeah, it's gorgeous over here. During the day, it's nice too because I can zoom in and stuff, but yeah. This is the waterfront. It's gorgeous over here. I would love to be able to walk out on the piers, but whenever I do that, we disconnect. Wait, let me see. We got some clouds. You got the moon. We got the moon up there. It's a beautiful night. We'll enjoy the scene for a little bit. Yeah, the city is gorgeous at night. The city, I just love the city in general. Just seeing all the cool buildings and stuff. It's always beautiful to me. Let's zoom in. Yeah, we can zoom in a little bit. See all the cool buildings at night. And then we can do the wide angle. We can get the full effect. There we get the full view. I mean, he's a New Yorker, so I'm sure he's inspired by the city. Back. There we go. That camera picks up the light better. I know right now, if you cough, everyone thinks you're you got COVID or something. It's crazy. I mean, there's some parts that I wouldn't walk in at night. I'd feel uncomfortable, but for the most part, I don't feel too unsafe. It's just because most of New York just has a lot of open businesses late at night. So there's plenty of places. Like if I felt unsafe, I could quickly walk or run to like an open bar or something with a lot of people. Oh wow, so you're even farther behind us. So it's fresh water now. If the storm comes in, it can be salt water. because there's fresh water coming from upstate New York, but the tide can push it in. So sometimes high tide, I think, actually pushes in salt water. I would love to live in just the countryside, but I don't drive, and not being able to drive would make it real hard for me. Okay, we're gonna walk. We might disconnect. We're gonna go this way. I don't know if we'll disconnect as we move. I'll try to. I'll give you guys the scenery as we walk. So right here, this pier right here is the ferry. I tried. I didn't really get a good signal on the ferry the other day, so I don't think I can stream on the ferry. And then this pier right here is amazing because they aim it directly at the Empire State Building. So like every night I want to walk down this pier with you guys, but it disconnects. But so this pier, they made it so you can walk out right to the water, and it's aimed exactly, it's at an angle, so it goes right to the Empire State Building. Funny's good. Funny's very good. Oh, that's gorgeous. All right, so we got some young folks being loud. So younger folks are in the crowds like that. There's always the one that wants to, fuck around with you. So we're gonna go this way. No, street pirates are gonna live behind the buildings, in your alleyways, in your basements. Street pirates, they try to find all kinds of places to hide. So we're gonna go down to one street where we've seen a lot. So for you retro, we'll do a quick street pirate hunt. Oh, I never noticed. This building has like a kind of fun looking fence on it. That's actually kind of cool looking. It looks like almost like branches, but I think it's metal. I actually want to go take a closer look at that. Yeah, I think this is metal. Yeah, just it's cut out metal, but it kind of looks like branches from a distance. It's kind of neat, actually. I know, every time I walk by a bunch of kids, one of them says something about wanting to okay, I think we're getting back. No signal right there. There's a lot of buildings in this street that kind of block stuff. Makes it a little bit harder for me to live stream over here. Lars does not want to see the street candy pirates. It's now an episode of nature. The street candy pirates in its natural element, looking for a morsel left over from the human beings that dwell in the buildings between the domain of the street pirate. The street pirate likes leftover spaghetti, pizza, and other morsels that weren't fully eaten. Let's see, which street are we on? North 5th? I think North 6th is where, or maybe North 7th. Okay, let's go this way. Lars, we might not see anything. Lars, what do you want to see in the neighborhood? Where do you want me to go? Lars, you can pick out something. No, I hate rats too. I'm not a rat fan. I'd rather them not be in droves in my neighborhood. But I don't know. I kind of like being scared a little bit. Yeah. I'll get a voice changer or an AI that starts sounding like Morgan Freeman and make a documentary. All right, there's a few clouds out tonight, so if we get the right lighting, we might be able to see the weird colorful clouds. I think only Retro likes the street candy pirates. I think there's only one person here who actually wants to see them. But I don't know, it's part of the neighborhood. I'm giving you the full New York experience each night. Where are we on? North 7th? Okay, I think, let's loop around. I don't know. No, I think it's the next block that we saw a bunch. All right, sweet. I love that you guys enjoy them. Now, this was the park here. We went to the Smorgasburg. That will be back here Saturday if you guys want me to walk by the food again. My sister had mice as pets as a kid. I hated them because they were just so, like, they were cute, but they smelled so god awful. Good evening, John. I mean, I would try to get close to. Maybe I'll zoom in. I'm just afraid one's going to get mad at me one night and jump me. I'm more scared of, street candy pirates than I am of, dudes trying to molest my balls. Or threatening to stab me, because I think they're just all bluster, but not actual, where street candy pirates, I feel like you get a rabid one, it's just going to jump you for the hell of it. Okay, so this is the street we saw a bunch, but there's no trash out. It's not trash night, it's not street candy night. So I think we are okay. I am not seeing a large swath of them. There's no big piles for them to be digging in. Or maybe it was over here. Maybe it's the second half of the block. All right, I'm gonna go very slow. I don't want to scare them. Honestly, if you watch on YouTube, you'll see videos where people fall asleep on the subway, and then the street candy pirates will like climb up and like lick their lips to get some moisture. Oh, there's one. Do you see it? Okay, we found a natural environment. Oh, I hear rustling. Street candy pirate. That's okay. Okay, there's one on the side of the bag. I hear the rustling. I think it's in the bag. I see the bag kind of rustling. Oh my god, I'm terrified. Oh my god, the bag is gyrating. It's gyrating with it. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, there it goes. It goes. It ran. I think that was just a mouse though. That one looks small. That didn't look like an actual rat. But there's more in there. I think, oh, crap. That one came my way. That one scared me. I told you, this block is the block. There must be a colony here somewhere. Because every time I walk by here, there's like 10 of them. There's one more in the bag. I think I'm scaring him standing over here. Oh, there it is. You see it? See the bag kind of gyrating as it's having a fun time in the bag? Oh my gosh. Holy crap. This is what we missed out. The one night when I actually tried to go viral and do it live, I missed out. Oh my god, is that not terrifying? Like you're walking by and this whole bag is gyrating around. There's something in there. Okay, that scared me. There it is. There it goes. Oh wait, holy crap, there's more in there. There's more in there. It's still gyrating. This bag had like 8 of them. Okay, I don't know if I can stand here anymore. I'm like trembling in fear. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. But I'll do it. This is just for retro, because I know retro enjoys it. Okay, let's see if one more. I think there's one more in there. I know you love it. This is for you, retro. Don't say I don't love you. I'm doing this for you. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the normal. I gotta get out of here because it's getting me too twitchy. I think we had 4 or 5 of them come out. One bag. That one bag. All right, and it's still gyrating around. It is still here. There's one more left in there. I don't know what was in there, but like there was 5 of them all enjoying it. This one singular bag was enough to be like a whole smorgasbord of deliciousness. Holy crap. Okay, I think we're done. I think we have a short. I'm gonna put that on the channel. Okay, the other night we saw 5 or 6 of them crawling all over these dumpsters here. Oh my god. You want me to start feeding them? My neighbors would kill me. People would be like, who the fuck are you? Stop throwing pizza down for the rats. Whew, okay. That felt scary and crazy, terrifying. At any moment, they would just jump out of the bag. But we did it. We caught them. I think we caught 4 or 5 of them jumping out of the bag. It's New York City leftovers. This neighborhood, the amount of food. I mean, who knows? It could just be a yogurt cup. It might just be some crumbs. But who knows? I just know that every time we walk down this one street, I see like 7 of them. Okay, we're good. We're done. I should have done a warning. Should have done a warning, but we are now done with the street candy pirates unless we find another entourage of them. Okay. Okay. All right. I hope those are tears of laughter and not of fear. I hope it's not tears of like, oh my God, your life's about to end because we saw the street candy pirates in action. Turtles. You know what? We could go find koi fish. You guys you want to see some koi fish? I always forget there's a little restaurant with koi fish. I think we're going to go see some koi fish. Let's go see something actually nice, not a freaking street candy pirates. Because there's only one of us that like the street candy pirates. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. We did the one video that one night where I was hunting. I didn't see a single one. And yet tonight we found a single bag with like 6 of them. Yeah, there's one restaurant that has like a big tank of koi fish outside. They're huge and they're beautiful. Absolutely love them. I think so. We got in a couple days we're going to do Manhattan Henge, and okay, that's good. Good laughter. I'll tremble in fear just so you can laugh, Melody. I'll do it for you. I'll put myself in danger's way for entertainment. Oh my gosh. Street candy pirates are terrifying. I can't tell you how much I don't like them, but I'm not like one of those people that will run away and scream really loud, but I will like jump and like tremble a little bit if one like comes near me, or if I hear one. Like now, every little sound I hear right now, I'm kind of jumping. I know they were all in there. It was like 6 of them. Like I said, the other night I saw one. His head was sticking out of the bag and it's really squirming trying to get out. It was stuck. No, not at the naked restaurant. I don't feel comfortable just filming the naked people. Yeah, my sleep schedule is kind of messed up right now. So I woke up at 3, I think. And from 3 to 6, I was buying stuff from the store all day. And then at 7, I started setting up for the comic stream. And then from 8 to 10 something, we did the comic stream. I feel like I'm seeing Street Candy Pirates, but I'm not. A little delusional. Yeah, I feel safe. I don't feel uncomfortable in my neighborhood at night. What's going on right now is there's a lot of Street Candy Pirate trucks. There's a lot of people. There's lots of little venues that are open. Like that restaurant's open. There's a lot of places that I could run into if like I felt really uncomfortable. I could, within like a 10-second run, I could go into any place with lots of people. I would feel a lot more uncomfortable if I was in an area where I couldn't just like find someone to make me feel a little bit safer. Like this guy could just run in right here. I'd be like, dude, I need help. Someone's chasing me or something. But yeah, this neighborhood is happening all hours of the night. And tomorrow night we're going to go around. It's going to be super busy with people hanging out and having a fun time. Isn't that every night that we go walking? Isn't it every night we see naked people and street candy pirates that make me tremble a little bit? Like there's sometimes you'll see me like pick up, I'll be like run real quick like that because I'll see a street candy pirate like jump near me a little bit. Yeah, I think it's about midnight. I've been going for 40 minutes. I started at 11:20, I think. Yeah, it's about midnight right now. I think we just hit midnight. But yeah, of New York City, this area feels very safe to me. I don't feel like there's been a few times where people didn't like me filming them. So they said like threatening things. But I think it was just because they were uncomfortable by the camera, not because they were trying to mug me or something. Usually what happens is I'll have people that are really, really, really drunk that want to go on camera. We're trying to go to the restaurant with the koi fish. Oh, this is super cool. This is like a dojo with some Bruce Lee artwork on it and stuff. I think this building is super cool. I don't know if I showed this to you guys before. I'm trying to find things in the neighborhood that I don't even think about, but that are neat, that you haven't seen before. Okay, so on Bedford, there's 2 shops that sell comics and like little collectibles and stuff, which is we walk by all the time. There's also additional 2 or 3 book shops that have manga and occasionally a comic book. And then we have Action City comic books I walk to. We have, what is it? I'm drawing a blank. The comic station. So I did that yesterday, I think. No, on Wednesday I went there. No, today is Thursday. Yeah, so yesterday I went there. And then there's Desert Island Comic Books. He doesn't like me to live stream though. I asked him last time, so I couldn't do that. And then they don't have any lights on. We'll have to come here earlier because I don't think you'll be able to see them very well. But I love walking by here because they're just so much fun. I don't know if I can turn the light on. Yeah, so this tank here is full of koi fish, but we can't see them. I don't know if there's any way for me to put a light on. No, dang it. We'll have to come back here during the day one of these days. So Golden Age comics are rare, right? So there's not a lot of places that specialize them because it's hard to find them in the first place. Comic Station does have some. I'll buy them there occasionally. I've purchased some. I mean, I purchased them all shops, honestly. My shop right now probably has a dozen Golden Age comics for sale. Desert Island, I've bought Golden Age, but it's rare. You never know when they're going to get. Like one time I walked in Desert Island and they had a EC crime comic book there for $40. And it was like 6.0. So what I like about manga, I mentioned it on my comic channel. Manga is, it's drawn to tell the story within the drawing more than it is the dialogue. So I feel like a lot of manga is really fun to read for people that don't want to read a ton of words. So I think because of that, it's really more popular with kids. And the storylines are interesting to me. They're a little bit different because they're told from, the Japanese culture perspective. So they're a little bit different than what we're used to normally. I like manga. I absolutely enjoy it. I think it's my favorite type of comic book to read. I collect comics for the art. I collect manga to read them. But I also like the art in manga as well. Like my favorite manga artists, I absolutely love. Right now, most of the manga is also the anime that the kids like on television. So you got like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer. You have all these big animes that the kids absolutely love watching, so they'll also read the comics about it. And the comics are like a better, more drawn out version of the anime. Was it mangaka before? Jiro Taniguchi. So Lars, what is he most famous for? Jiro Taniguchi. And actually, when you're done, when the stream's over, can you put that in the comments as well? I love making lists of all the things you guys recommend for me. Oh, he did some stuff with Mobius. Oh, that's super sweet. I might have some of his stuff then. I try to find anything I can that Mobius worked on. Oh, I love Disney comics. That sounds amazing. I would love to buy a whole bunch of $5 Westerns and funny, because $5 is cheap enough. It's like the price of a new comic practically, right? Did I miss some beautiful red lights? Trying to think. What's today? Today's Thursday, right? So we're not really looking for garage sales yet. Tomorrow night we're going to look for garage sale signs. I didn't really find any last week. It was very, very low on the garage sale list. I would like to spend more time reading manga. I feel like I would like, I get so jealous when I see the people with the giant libraries full of manga. I love them. I need to have a place like that. All right, favorite DC character. That's a hard one. I have different eras of favorite DC. Like when I was a little kid, I loved the Christopher Reeve Superman movie. So I became a huge Superman fan when I was little, like 6 years old. When 89 came around and you had the Batman 89 movie came out, fell in love with Batman for a while. Hey Todd, I've been having a fantastic day. We did a 2-hour comic stream on the comic channel and it was probably my best stream yet. Oh, there's a big green light in the park. Oh no, you know what that is? That's a food truck. Interesting. All right, I think I'm gonna just walk through the park. No, actually, I think we disconnect. I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, 89, fell in love with Batman. I became a huge fan. Then, I don't know. And then more recently, I guess in the early 2000s, when the Teen Titans cartoon came out, I became a huge fan of the Teen Titans. So I do really like the Teen Titans. Teen Titans might be my favorite group right now from DC. But as a kid, I was a way bigger... Oh, cool. That's super cool you're watching that. I appreciate you guys watching my comic videos. So Todd, that's amazing of you. Yeah, so as a kid, though, I was more of a Marvel fan. Amazing Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. I love that cartoon. I absolutely loved it. And then, yeah, to me, Christopher Reeves is Superman. Everything else is just a bad imitation. At least that's how it feels like to me. Favorite Batman villain? Oh. That's a hard one. I mean, Joker's a classic, but, you know, he's kind of overdone. I do really like Harley Quinn. Maybe Harley Quinn, actually. Because I like Harley Quinn is just like a kind of different villain. Yeah, my whole body. I've lost weight in my stomach. And my arms, like, they ache every night. So this thing is like 3 or 4 pounds, I think. So carrying this around for 2 hours a night is definitely strengthening my arms. Let's see, I'm not the biggest fan of Riddler. Penguin's okay. Well, I do like Poison Ivy a lot. I think Poison Ivy's super cool. I like Poison Ivy. Maybe Poison Ivy's my favorite. Do I want to go this way? Trying to think of where I want to go tonight. I'm actually not sure. Maybe we'll go over 1 block and then head to Greenpoint for a little while. All right, we'll cross over here. Yeah, definitely. And you guys have been such influence on me. Like, you really make me happy. Just hanging out each night. Oh, thank you so much, Todd. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I was last weekend when I had the flood in the basement, it kind of demotivated me, but so many lovely people were just really positive and awesome. So I just I'm all pumped up again. Oh, Will, tell me what you got, Will. Will's here and he found more. Any more Golden Age? Was it your Golden Age guy or was it someone else? Oh crap, is it Golden Age? Yo, Will, is it Golden Age? Did you get 2 more boxes of Golden Age for me? Holy crap. Will, you rock. Will is amazing. Favorite Marvel character who hasn't appeared in a movie or show. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Let me think. Favorite who hasn't. I mean, I like Starfire, right? Starfire from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Or no, that's Firestar. Starfire is the DC one. I always mix those two up. So Firestar, I would like to see. Okay, sweet, Will. Sweet. I look forward to it. And yeah, Will is wonderful. And which one? You mean the tall one? The tall building up there is that right there is a hotel. That's a really big hotel with amazing views of the city. That's the building that has the rooftop garden that we walk to sometimes. Who else? DC or Marvel that they haven't done like a good show or movie on? Ooh, that's difficult. Batmite. Batmite's been in the cartoons, but I think Batmite would be fun in live action. So I would like to see Batmite. He's super funny. Wow, this is a hard call actually, because I feel like everyone showed up in something. You know, like the Titans show will have a whole bunch of people. So the Titans. That show was okay to me. Like, I enjoyed it because I love the Titans, but it wasn't my favorite version of them. But the episode when Crypto showed up with Superboy, amazing. The Crypto Superboy Titans episode is one of my favorites. Oh, really cool. Yeah, I love being able to just walk around and show everyone the city, Todd. So it's really cool. You get to see a little slice of my life. I would like to eventually, if this channel grows big enough, if it got to the point where I was getting like maybe 10,000 views a day, I think I could afford to travel around the world walking. So I'd hunt comics and walk around all over the place. Oh, sweet. You're getting some good money out of that. It's all about work, honestly. If you're willing to put the work in, you could make a lot of money doing that stuff. Yeah, there's artwork everywhere. I mean, some of it is just crappy graffiti. Or like that had some great murals that have been covered up with graffiti. But there's artwork all over the city. I love it. Oh, you bought another storage. I didn't see that part. Will, you are now addicted to buying storage units. It's a treasure hunt, right? It's like you never know what you're gonna find. Like if you paid $100 for it and you're only gonna make $100, who is paying a monthly rent on that thing? They must have been paying at least like $50 a month or $500 for a year to keep it. I don't understand when people store crap. It's almost like they're too afraid to get rid of it, so they're gonna spend hundreds of dollars not to. I love the Doom Patrol show. The first season was great. Second season was pretty good. Third season, it took me forever to get through. Third season got really weak for me. But I love Doom Patrol. I've been trying to get their first appearance for like a year and a half now. Yeah, I having Chief gone, I kind of liked having him around. Without him, it was a lot weaker of a show. But yeah, Doom Patrol definitely better. It just the whole time travel season was very weak to me. I didn't like the whole whatever they called it, the event thing. Oh, thank you, Todd. Now, so when I first started doing YouTube, I used to say, hello, my YouTube friends, or hello, YouTube friends and neighbors, right? I used to do it like that because I like doing a nice intro just to be nice. But then I realized when you guys watch me, right, it's just me talking to the screen. And then when you guys watch me, it's just you watching me. So I switched it to just, hello, my YouTube friend. Because when you guys watch me, it's just you and I hanging out, right? In your house, in your apartment, and you're on your phone, in the subway. It's just you and me. So I switched it because I thought it'd be more personal that way. And I like it. I think it's awesome. You guys are my friends. Yeah, no, I want to get into storage. I just don't drive. That's my problem. I can't really buy big piles of things and then transport them. Yeah, no, the Doom Patrol is really fun to see all those characters. They were all fun. Really love it. And Brendan Fraser coming back. I always loved Brendan Fraser. So seeing him play Robot Man was fantastic. Music, we've had conversations on music. So I've changed the type of music. I add more and more. As I grow older, I add more and more music that I like. The past week, the last 2 or 3 days, I was listening to the Tears for Fears album, the one that had the 2 Donnie Darko songs on it. So I've actually been enjoying that. Yeah, 450 is small. It's like 20 by 22 feet. So it's really barely a bedroom and a kitchen. It's really, really small. I really wish I could afford more space. City is so freaking expensive. Every time I look, it's like way expensive. I can maybe find some studio space, maybe 700 square feet for like $3,000 a month rent, which I don't want to throw away $3,000 a month on rent. So I've also looked, and I think I can buy one for like $400,000 and then pay like a $500 a month HOA. So with that, I'd probably be about the same $3,000. Yeah, I forget the name of the album. It's it has 2 songs that are on the one song, there's a remake of one of the songs on Donnie Darko, and then another one that's featured, and I've been really enjoying that. There's a great YouTube channel I've been watching a lot, a guy named Rick Beto. He does a lot of like reviews of music and stuff, and I've really been enjoying his channel. Like, he'll highlight lots of great music. So I've been kind of just listening to stuff that I haven't listened to in a while, or stuff that he that he's just been highlighting. Like stuff I used to love that I listened to, like Smashing Pumpkins. He did a couple of great interviews. So I watched, I've been listening to Smashing Pumpkins a lot lately. Yes, it's really, really, 450 square feet is small. It's not HR. It's just when you move into a lot of buildings in the city, you have to pay a building maintenance fee, basically, which covers the taxes, maintenance, repairs, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, New York is super duper expensive. Luckily, where I live is cheap, and my store rent is cheap, so it's very affordable for me. So I'm good where I am. It's just not enough space for what I want to do. So it's just like I don't really have the opportunity to go bigger, which I would love. I'd love to have a giant, like 5,000 square foot space, have all my collections set up, ready to go, so that anytime I do a live stream, you guys could be like, oh, can we check out your Back to the Future collection, or can we see your Iron Giant collection, or do stuff like that, and then I can just show it to you. Let's go walk over by Action City Comics. I don't think they're open tonight. Yeah, that's it. That's the album I've been listening to. Songs from the Big Chair. I really enjoy it. I love the song that was on Donnie Darko. I love the song that they someone else remade. It's just a really good album. It's Songs from the Big Chair is the one I've been listening to. Yeah, if you have one of those neighborhood HOAs that like really restrict what you can do with your property, it sucks. I would hate that. Yeah, tomorrow night we'll be looking for the garage sale signs. I think it's too early tonight. Oh, pizza. I am hungry. I've only had one thing of sushi and no, I didn't have, I had a muffin last night. Yeah, I just had one tray of sushi. Allison likes to pick up some sushi for me a couple times a week. So I'll have like a nice California roll or like a veggie roll. Just something that doesn't really go bad fast. Yeah, Mad World is a beautiful... So Mad World is the song that someone else recreated for the Donnie Darko soundtrack, but I love their version of Mad World. It's a great, great song. And then the other song that was on Donnie Darko is gorgeous. It just has a fun, melancholy kind of sound to it, and I really, really enjoy that. But there's been so many different types of music. I've been into funk metal. I've been into folk. I've been into K-pop. Oh, sweet. I love really good 1980s soundtracks. It's been a while since I saw The Big Chill, so I don't remember what's on that, but I'm sure it has beautiful music. Yeah, I think they did break up. Although I did see a video of them in concert from like 10 years ago, maybe. So I don't know exactly like if they got back together or I don't know what happened. Now, this neighborhood, we're in Greenpoint right now. I don't really see the Street Candy Pirates, so I think they're well controlled in this part of the neighborhood. They either have enough poison out or just enough things that kind of keep from the Street Candy Pirates. All right. We're about to pass Action City Comics. Sometimes I'm walking by here at like midnight and they're still open because they do, I think once or twice a week they do draft nights. And on draft nights, they're still freaking open in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, they're closed right now. But here's the thing. I can't say Tears for Fears is ever a band that I listen to crazy. I just always liked some of their songs. But I never really thought, let me get the album and listen to them. So it's just been recently... I was watching Rick Beato and he did a thing on their album being awesome. So I was like, all right, let me listen to the album. And it was super fun. All right, we're going to go this way. Well, maybe you'll see them, they're still going around, I'm assuming, if they're back together. All right, let's just walk around the block, I guess. And then we can walk up the street. Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark. Been a great stream. Oh, this is what happened. Anytime it rained yesterday, every time it rains, all the posters melt off the wall. It's so freaking funny looking. Like all the wall art just... Oh, speaking of that too, I just saw that they have the Spider-Man posters. That's like the comic cover. That's really cool. Yeah, all these look like the comic covers. It's Air Jordan Spider-Man ad. Oh, that's really dope. Yeah, Rick Beato is fantastic. I really just like the way he highlights what's really awesome about songs and he reviews them and all that kind of stuff. He's very informative for music. If you listen to what he says, you'll find some really cool music that maybe you don't know about. No, I know people say, today's music sucks and all that. I think what it is today's music is fractured. There's just so much music today that it's hard to focus and find the best of it. So I think what happens is there's probably some amazing music being made today that's just not being found. It's almost kind of sad a little bit. Really, did you sell me the John Wayne books? I don't think you sold me. You might have sold me one John Wayne book. I don't remember. Or you sold it to someone else before you let me dig through them. Yeah, I'm sure there's some John Wayne stuff that's expensive. You gotta just sell me all the Golden Age stuff. So if that does slip through your fingers, you can be like, hey, Sean, you underpaid me. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'll give you a little bit more next time. I just want to get all the Golden Age stuff. I mean, let's not say weird music. Let's just say you're into a lot of different types of music. I think we all have had times. 94, I was into the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was into grunge. I was just getting out of my classic rock phase where I was listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix and a lot of Led Zeppelin, which I still listen to. Yeah, just sell me everything, Will. That way, if for some reason... Oh, Street Candy Pirate. If for some reason you sell me, like that one reprint that was like $100, like I thought, oh, let me, like I was going to give you $10. I looked up, I saw it was 100, so I gave you $50 for it. I'm like, as long as I'm getting like a kind of a deal, I'm happy buying everything you give me, basically. I don't have to steal it from you. As long as I get a little bit of deal. Not tomorrow morning, Will. I'm kind of on a evening schedule right now. No, I don't. I'll probably be sleeping, honestly. If you want to do later in the day, we could do that. Like 5 or 6, maybe. Yeah, a lot of newer music is maybe not as constructed as well. I don't know. But yeah, exactly. The best music of today is probably not on the radio. It's not being sold. It's being manufactured in like a AI way, practically. But that being said, I mean, I like K-pop. There's a lot of Korean music I really enjoy. I love the melodies. I love the harmonies of like 8 different women singing one song, and it just sounds so gorgeous when it harmonizes well together. I like the kind of soulful beats that they have.
Please, exact inspection. Why? Why do you make it so hard? Why?
Well, Allison doesn't open up till 3. If you're able to do it at 3, then you could drop. I'll tell Allison that you could drop it off. I might be awake because I woke up at 3 today, but I'm not 100%. Because I got to finish pricing out Leslie's stuff, and I do have to do Funko Pop price outs tomorrow. I'm just not 100% sure how late I'm going to sleep tonight because I got a lot of work to do still. I'm crazy busy. All right. Let me, I think I got everyone's question. I don't know. You guys are talking a lot. I mean, this is amazing. I love it. I feel like I'm missing a few things, though. Oh, all right. What do we got here? Did I miss anyone's questions? I guess you guys repeat a question. If I miss something that you asked, repeat it. Because there's so much text coming in, I can't keep up with all of it. Oh, Street Candy Pirate. Oh yeah, Will, if you want to drop it off between 3 and 5 at the shop, I might be there, I might not be there, but Allison will be there. That works for me. I do like New Order. Crowded House is okay. Rhythmix is pretty okay. Lloyd Cole, I don't know if I'm as familiar with him. Prefab Sprout, I'm not sure. Honestly, there's a lot of songs and music I like or I know. I just don't remember who the artist is. It's something that you hear all the time. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool song. I'm not selling so much on. I didn't do Whatnot this week. I have a bunch of art cards I made for people. I think I have 8 of them. But I'm not I haven't really sold this week. I kind of hate selling online, honestly. I hate packaging things. I do like Pez. I used to, for Christmas every year, my mom would put a Pez in my stocking. So I grew up with Pez. I love the way Pez tastes. I have a few of the feetless Pez's in my collection. I kind of like finding the old ones when I see them. But I never really went hardcore into collecting them because they're just so common. I feel like Pez is something that you can just get when you want it. So I never felt the urge to really hardcore collect it. I do have to recommend, if you haven't watched it yet, there was a documentary about a guy who went to Europe to buy Pez from the factory and to sell it in the US that came out. I think it was on Hulu. I believe it was Hulu or Netflix. It's an amazing documentary about this guy, though. I actually read 20 years ago, I read his story because he had a blog where he wrote a whole book about it, and it was super fascinating. So when they did the documentary, I thought it was amazing. Yeah, no, it's the packing. I'm just burnt out for, all right, we got the enemy of the street candy pirate enemy right there, walking by, looking for the street candy pirates. Oh, she's under the car. You don't get to see too many kitties in the neighborhood. Do love the kitties, though. No, my mom lives most of my family lives pretty far away. It's not easy. I actually haven't seen any of my family since the pandemic started. It's kind of sad, actually. This summer, I'm going to maybe try to do a trip to visit my mom. Really miss her. I'm not really good with traveling. I'm not a travel person, but that's what I'm kind of hoping with this channel is that I become more comfortable with travel and more comfortable in general just doing things. Don't feel like too weak or exhausted. I can't move. I now know I can walk 7 miles in a day and it's no problem. I've built up the stamina for that. I could probably do a 10-mile day today, I think. One of these days I gotta challenge myself to do like a 5-hour walk. Yeah, I love cats too. Cats are fun. Oh, it's so quiet over here. I usually don't walk in this area because I feel like I'm more by people's houses. And I don't want to disturb people while they're sleeping. It was really cute. The other, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that night when I first saw the blue cloud, we walked by a kitty, and the kitty was so cute. She laid on her back, exposed her belly, so she was being super friendly, super cute. He's doing good. He's struggling with school a little bit this year, but I think that's just a normal thing for 6th grade. He's growing so big. He's freaking almost as tall as his mom. I can't believe how fast kids grow up. Right now we are in Greenpoint. So we're just north of Williamsburg, which is the section I live in. Greenpoint's like across from the Empire State Building. In fact, I don't think we've ever gone to the waterfront. Let's just keep going. Let's go see if we can find the waterfront over here. I think they have a couple of really nice parks in this area as well. He's so quiet. I don't want to talk too loud. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I have the stamina to go over there because that's another 8 blocks that way. Yeah. Also, it's the type of neighborhood I don't want to be by myself because I don't feel as safe. I mean, I don't think anything's going to bad happen, but in this, technically, and I'm right next to a police station, so. Yeah, technically this is a police precinct right here, so it doesn't feel that unsafe. But I like being by businesses and stuff that are open so that I can just jump into something really quick if I feel unsafe. But yeah, 6th grade, I remember 6th through 8th grade were my worst. Then high school was pretty okay. I didn't enjoy high school because I felt like it was just babysitting. I didn't feel like I was learning much anymore in high school. But 6th through 8th grade are those awkward years where you're going through puberty and your body's changing and you're just dealing with a big change in your life. You're done being a kid, so you're not into toys anymore. You start getting into music, you start being kind of moody. It's a whole different era. We're back to the main Ave here, back on Manhattan Ave, where there's businesses. I feel like I don't have to be as quiet over here. Yeah, I got bullied hardcore and said, like 6th grade I was fine because it was the end of my elementary school, but 7th and 8th grade is when I got bullied hardcore because I was still being my same weird quirky self, which worked in 6th grade because I still had my friends, but 7th grade was a new school and I was just so weird and quirky and like people I guess didn't like it or something, and so I got bullied, and so I kind of drew from the universe a bit those years sucked. So yeah, I'm hoping the cool kid kind of has an okay 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Try to get through those, and then, you know, try to have as much fun with him. Try to support him for whatever he wants to do. And I'm kind of hoping there's a movie intelligent themed high school in New York City. I'm kind of hoping he gets into that so that when he's older, he can focus on doing filming and stuff. Because I know he still kind of wants to do YouTube and whatnot. So I kind of want him to focus on things he wants to do, things he enjoys. Yeah, my teen years, I was just fine playing video games and hanging out, reading comics. That was my teen years. Although also my parents got divorced in my teen years, so like throw that in the mix and it was just like extra difficult. Yeah, bullying is never cool. It's never cool. But we're all here hanging out now. We're friends now. We got through it. I think we're all stronger for it. We now have the tolerance. We can deal with just terrible people and realize that there's beautiful people out there in the world that can make up for the terrible people. And that's why I appreciate you guys. You just hang out with me and we're having a fun time just exploring the streets of Brooklyn. And I love it. I love that every night when I'm trying to get my exercise in, I'm just hanging out with you guys and just having a wonderful experience. It's super awesome. It's so positive to me. You know, the first month or so of me walking, I would get into this funk where I'd start walking, then I'd go on Whatnot and spend $300 to distract myself. Then I would just get in my own mind and I would just like think of all the terrible things I had to deal with and it would like upset me. And I realized, I'm so sick of it. Like I didn't enjoy the walking because it wasn't fun. It was just a chore I had to do. So when I started doing the walking channel and just like you guys are enjoying hanging out and like it became such a beautiful thing in my life. I love this. This is fantastic. You know, some days I don't know what to talk about and then you guys find some great topics. Other days I have giant stories to tell. But every day it's like a new event. Even though I repeat walking over places, I feel like, you know, every day we're finding new fun things to do. Or even if it's the same thing, we're still hanging out, having a fun time. Right? It's like having dinner with your loved ones every night. You still enjoy every meal. Thanks, Reed. Yeah, exactly. I think being bullied makes you stronger. Now, it's terrible. I hate that you had to go through it. But it definitely makes you a stronger person. Hey, Juan. Life is good right now. I feel great. I'm having a fun evening just hanging out with you guys. I mean, I have my own shop, so I deal with retail. So sometimes I deal with terrible people. But for the most part, my shop is my shop, so it's just like, whoever the fuck. If you don't like my shop, that's too bad. I'm not changing for you. I'm here to have a fun time and put smiles on people's faces. So some people get kind of snotty with retail. They want you to be something that you're not. And, you know, that's what's cool about having your own business is you can decide, you know what? I don't need to be what you want me to be. I'm just going to be myself. And if you enjoy hanging out, then that's amazing. Oh, thank you, Lars. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. I think it's just it's become such a wonderful thing for me. Every night we hang out. We're very positive with each other. We have a fun time with amazing chats. We explore new and awesome music and comics and all kinds of stuff. This building's kind of fun. It's covered with all kinds of cool art designs. I really, really, really want to get back out into the city. The other day when we went to go see the Ghostbusters house was like my favorite walk so far. It was so much fun. It was cool because we were just exploring parts of the city that I hadn't been to in a long time. We went to the comic shop. We saw the Ghostbusters house. We saw that really cool reflective globe thingamabobber. Super cool. All right, I'm just I think I'm gonna walk down the other side of the street, and then we're gonna head back to Williamsburg. This is an hour 60 minutes. I don't know how much longer. You know what? We're gonna aim to the deli. You want to go in the deli? We can go in the deli. You know, I am. No, I don't need to get anything right now. I am kind of thirsty, but I would love to grab a soda. I can't really eat while I'm walking. I choke on things too easily, so I need to be in a really calm place. So I don't really like to eat and walk. So I have to. Yeah, John, that walk was so much fun. I think that's the most fun I've had on the channel so far. I need to plan out some other places to walk. My friend Sean was at Midtown Comics today, the Uptown one. I asked him, he got a pretty good signal, so I think I can live stream at Midtown Comics. I told him any comic shop he goes into to do a test to see how good the signal is. So he's scouting it out for me a little bit because I would like to live stream in more comic shops and stuff. No, Allison was telling me about the hot mustard ones though. I really want to try those. I think I can eat those. I think those ones were gluten-free if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm not really yeah. So this place has a whole bunch of pinball machines in the back, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't see them, but I think there's 10 pinball machines. We gotta come here one day, and I'm just gonna put the thing on the glass, and we're gonna play pinball. I want to do that. I want to play pinball. I love pinball. Got a little fashion here. Yeah, I'll have to try them out. Would love to try the corn. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can have those Doritos. We had some spicy ones, other than like a new flavor, and I really enjoyed it. Are they nasty? Okay, well, if you tell me they're nasty, I'm not gonna do it then. I'm looking for new things I can eat that I enjoy. I try not to eat too much processed food because I think processed food is what's helped fuck up my health. Just too much processed stuff. I think it's not good. All the glyphosate and stuff, I think it's so terrible for everyone. Allison, my wife, she's a foodie. She knows like everything about food. She'll give you all the knowledge. That's like her special interest. She goes crazy on food. Like she'll tell you, mention one ingredient, she'll tell you all about it. Okay. Well, I like honey mustard. I used to have the honey mustard pretzels back in the day. Absolutely love those. So I might give the honey mustard Doritos a test just to see. Give no, there's no payphones in New York, but what there are oh yeah, right here. What we're talking about. These have replaced the payphones. It's a Linksys free internet thing that's on like every third or fourth block. Pinball does rule. I absolutely love pinball. So every 3 blocks or so, there's this free internet. It's actually really fast Google internet. And I believe, yeah, so if you have an emergency, you can hit the 911 button. You can type in a phone here, so it's a free payphone base. It's not a payphone, it's a free phone. You can actually type it in and call people if you have to. There's 911 if there's an emergency. You can also, if you have a power plug, you can charge your phone. And if you want to connect to the Wi-Fi, it's like super fast Wi-Fi. I think it's like 200 or 300 gigabyte download and maybe like 100 gigabyte upload. So yeah, they have this all over Manhattan and Brooklyn, every 3 or 4 blocks. In fact, we can start looking for them. If you're curious, we'll sign. So that's the new kind of cell phone. Now they don't have you want me I've never actually tried it. A little nervous. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to give you a call on the free phone. They used to have internet on it where you could actually log, but the homeless guy started looking up porn on there too often, so they actually disconnected the internet. Yeah, they're talking about honey mustard Doritos. I actually kind of want to try them. I'll give you a review. I'll get a bag of honey mustard Doritos tomorrow, and I'll tell you if they're absolutely disgusting or if I think they're the best, or something in between. But yeah, I'm right now. Honey mustard Doritos sound actually kind of nice. Sounds kind of tasty, making my stomach gurgle. What was the other question? Someone asked about payphones. I feel like there's one more question I was going to answer, and then I just lost my thought. No, I don't. If there's any questions I missed, ask again. There's so much dialogue going on, I can't keep up. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if I was homeless, I'd be on that thing every night. But yeah, it started becoming kind of a problem. But it's also, if you have, like, if your cell service goes down, you can grab the Wi-Fi, and it works really good. I used to use them to play Pokemon Go back in the day. Yeah, they would just go on there. There's the internet. You can go on there and get your free porn. Oh, this guy's smoking it out, but it smells so good right now. This is what I always say. The smell in New York is not the garbage smell. It's the people that smoke out their food like this. Oh, it smells good right now. He's grilling up like a shish kebab or something. It smells so good. It's very smoky, but it's delicious. That's the smell in New York to me. Those food carts just firing up the smoky stuff. Like, I don't know. Every time you hear people say, oh, New York smells like garbage, which it does. There's a lot of garbage. I mean, as you can see, every night we're walking around, we see piles of it. But for me, the real smells in New York are those food carts. Yeah, I mean, it's not so much even that they're watching it, just that they're whacking off in public. It's like, yikes. That's not what you want to see. Yikes. I mean, the worst things we've seen so far, we saw one or two dudes peeing on the street. And people half naked at the bathhouse restaurant. But I think that's all we've seen. We haven't seen anything really just obnoxious. Yeah. I think it's just the New York City government. It's not even the Fed government. It's New York City start getting way too many complaints. Like, there's a homeless, people call 911. There's a homeless dude whacking off on the corner by the Linksys. So a lot of people start protesting to remove them. But I think they're amazing because you have access to 911. You can charge your phone. You have Wi-Fi. Like, it's a very good necessity you need for a major city, just like for emergencies. So they're good that they're there, but they don't need to have full-on free access to internet. So I've been walking every day for 2 months now. And I think almost, right? Guys, how many days? I mean, I think I missed one night. After the flood, I went on for 10 minutes. I was just feeling too sad. I couldn't talk. But I try to live stream every night now. Sometimes it's during the day, but I try to do one stream each day. Okay, I want to go this way. I think there's something I wanted to see over this. Hey, Darren. Good morning. What is it, 7 a.m. for you, Darren? But yeah, Todd, I'm here every night walking. Every night, sometimes a day. So tomorrow night, I'll give you the plan. Tomorrow night, we're going to walk back over here. We're looking for garage sale signs, and we're going to try to plan for Saturday. Now, if I can find garage sales Saturday, we'll go earlier, and I'm going to walk around looking for treasure. If I can't find any, if I'm awake, I might try to go visit Will at the flea market in Manhattan, because I would like to do more Manhattan walks. Then if I have the information or the energy, I want to plan one more big Manhattan walk like I did like 3 or 4 days ago. I did a 7-mile walk over the Williamsburg Bridge. We went to the Ghostbusters house, and then we went to Midtown Comics. It's super fun. And, oh, awesome. Yeah, I do a lot of nighttime streams because for me, it's just way more relaxing to walk at night. And it's cooler too, especially when it gets hotter. It's going to be a lot nicer to do these nighttime streams. And then, so Saturday, so I want to plan one more big, every Wednesday I like to do new comic book day. So I do a comic book walk where we go to the comic shops. Last Wednesday I bought just one new comic. There's like nothing out this week. But I bought a couple key issues. I bought a Man-Thing #1 in pretty decent grade and a Pence variant of the first appearance of what's his name? Drawing a blank. Teen Titans #2. Deathstroke, first Deathstroke. So it was the Pence UK variant, which was super cool. And I tried to do a 2-hour stream. 2 hours is about 6 miles. So I do like to do a nice big long walk because it's fun. Oh yeah, I love the street. Let's walk down this street. This street is lovely. It's a nice tree-lined street. Such a gorgeous street. We're gonna walk until I hear a car behind us. Hopefully there's no cars. But yeah, right now I'm at 1 hour and 26 minutes. We're probably gonna go for about 30 minutes more. Oh, Todd, yeah, you asked that before, I missed it. Right now, all right, that's kind of hard. Like if I could just get any comic ever, obviously I'd want Action Comics #1, 9.8. Affordable, my next Grail comics I'm going after. I'm going for a Action 252, X-Men 1, Giant Size X-Men 1, and Fantastic Four 1. I think those are the big ones I want to try to go for in the next year or so. I gotta sell a lot more. No, we're just randomly walking. 2.5 hours a night. That's a lot. Is that how much? Yeah, I think that's what I've been doing. Crazy. Oh yeah, I want to go to the park and sit down, see if we can charge the phone, because I think the battery is running low. I don't want it to die tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just love this street. I think it's a gorgeous street. I love walking by. Every time we come by, I just walk by it. Okay, let's see. I love Disney and Comics says, was it hard to decide to open your own shop? Do you ever regret it? Was there anything you didn't foresee that if you had known, you would have made it easier? So I was born loving to sell, honestly. I think I told this whole, it took me 2 hours, I think, to tell my whole selling story. But I did a garage sale with my parents when I was like 5 or 6, and I thought it was so much fun. But throughout, as I grew up, I started selling at like comic shows, flea markets. By the time I was 10, I was like an expert. And my mom would just drop off my sister and I in Cape Cod. We'd go to the flea market. She would drop us off. We would sell all day. We'd get out my mom's hair. She loved it, right? Because she could drop off her kids and we kept busy. And so I always loved that. So I went to business school. I went to community college. I got 2 associate's degrees. I had a 4.0. I had a retail applied science degree and then a business management science degree. And then because I did really well in that, I actually didn't go in my last year of high school. So I got into the NYU Stern Business School, which is like a prestigious business school because of my grades. And like they made me take the GED because okay, I think we're reconnecting. All right, I just gotta show you. This is cool. This guy's putting up the new post. Oh no, we're disconnected again. Disconnected. Oh, we're back. All right, the guy. No, this sucks. Kind of going in and out. This street has a really bad connection. It's a little bit in and out right now. Okay. Trying to walk real fast until we kind of find the connection again. I think we just had bad. So we're kind of in like a little industrial area. So I don't know how well the cell towers are. I think we're slowly getting back. Yeah, I just hit a really bad patch connection-wise. So I'm just trying to get back to the main, a little bit more of a main street over here that has better wise cell towers, which we won't call it. Yeah, you want to say hi?
Yeah! Hello!
You guys having fun?
Yeah, see you later, Scott.
All right, awesome.
Channel, subscribe, like, and follow, leave a comment.
All right, thanks, appreciate it. Those guys are cool. Those guys are cool. I love it when people are super excited for live streams. I love those kind of people because they're enjoying life and they're really happy. I hate when people get like all pissed off because those people aren't happy. They're not enjoying themselves. Super cool. Oh, this is fun. This is a electric charging station. So one of the few cars being charged up in New York City here. Little charging station. I don't know how much it costs, but you don't really see too much electric charging in the city. But this whole street has little electric chargers. Another electric charger. Car's charging up. Super cool. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to tell my whole selling story, but since the age of probably about 6, I got selling in my blood. I went to school for it. I always wanted to do it. So opening up a store was just, it wasn't something like I tried. It was something that I was born to do, basically. And okay, I'll probably be streaming for at least half an hour, Darren. So perfect. You'll get to work and I'll have to stop. And then I gotta do work. I gotta price out all those comics I showed today on the comic channel. At least I got them sorted now for the cheaper stuff and the better stuff. But I gotta look up the better stuff, or at least estimate how much I think I want to pay. Retro, it's always hard. It was hard for me. It's not an easy thing to do. It really has to be your life and passion. It's not something you do to get rich. If you want to get rich or make an income, sell lottery tickets, alcohol, and cigarettes. If you want a job that you just absolutely enjoy, even when you struggle, then sure. But I always tell people, try to take one community college small business course to write a business plan so you can think about all the things you need to do to run the business, because it's a lot of work. Oh, here's I wanted to look at the fun, super big Spider-Man ad. I love this thing. This thing is super cool. I want to go over there and check it out again. And I do the small business, write a business plan, because you really have to think about all the hard work. There's a lot more things. There's accounting, there's theft. There's all kinds of things you need to deal with that are bigger than just selling. You got to deal with stuff that doesn't sell. You have to learn how to get rid of stuff, cycle through stuff. Here we go. Can I get wide? Yeah, there we go. Isn't this so cool? This thing is huge. It's literally a 30-foot tall, like, mega ad here. Like, here I am. So I'm like, with my sneakers on, I'm probably about 5'11", almost 6. And like, where did I reach? I reach right there to the top of that. So that's probably about 8-9 feet. All right, let's flip it back over. Man, it'd be cool to have a space to like set this up. So like the eyeball right there, we said that's about 8 or 9 feet. If I reach up as high as I can, and it goes like 3 times that height. So it's probably 25, 30 feet tall. Such a cool poster. I would love to own that and have like a space to put it, but I was looking to see if Spider-Boy was on here. I don't know. Like, is that Spider-Boy right there? Like, I feel like there's a couple of these people might be the Spider-Boy that everyone got hyped up about. Like, I don't know. I can't wait. That movie's gonna be fun. And Gwen and Miles on the other side here just look so freaking cool. I love it. Super awesome. So a lot of people always ask me like, oh, I want to start my own comic shop. I'm like 5'10", maybe 5'10", 5'11" with sneakers on. I'm average height, I guess. A lot of people say, oh, you're taller than I thought, because everyone thinks I'm like 5'8", based on my videos. But I'm a good height. I'm not short. I'm not tall. I'm just right in the middle. But yeah, I'm so excited for that movie. So I tell a lot of people, if you want to sell comics and pop culture, start by selling at conventions or a local flea market and get lots of experience doing it. If you can get good at that, then you can maybe attempt a store. But a store is going to be 10 times harder and cost 20 times as much. Right? With a flea market, all you have to commit is your inventory and $50 for the day. Right? And the energy it takes to get there. With a store, you got to commit at least for a year. You know, in New York City, a small lease might be $3,000 to $5,000. So even a $3,000 lease for a little shitty closet in the middle of nowhere, it's going to cost you, $36,000 a year you're committing to. And sometimes you have to do like a 5-year lease. So you might be committing to $180,000 and you don't have experience running that store yet. Like, that's such a gamble to me. So like, you're going to be working your ass off just to pay your rent, and you won't be making any profit and having zero fun. So I think if you want to open up your own business, your own collectible store, that kind of thing, get really good at selling at flea markets. Get really good selling at conventions. Yeah, no, I'm average height. I'm not short. I'm not tall. I'm average. My brother is 6'3", 6'4". My dad's 6'3", so I feel like the short one. My stepdad is 6'2", I believe. Cool Kid is probably 5'4" now. I think Cool Kid's gonna be 6 feet tall when he's done. Well, that's the thing. If you've been in New York City for 20 years, you're going to be rent controlled. You're going to pay a great rent. That's why where I am now, I have great rent price. I'm not going anywhere. I just can't afford the move because everything else is way too expensive. But yeah, running a shop, you have to pay the utilities. You know, so you got your internet's going to be $100 a month. Your electric's going to be between $100 and $400 a month, depending on how much electric you use. Yeah, so the Cool Kid is probably like 5 inches over you, Melody. He's tall. He's gonna be a really tall kid, and he's a little bit chubby, so he's a big kid. So you got your electric between 100. If you have to help pay for the heating, that could be hundreds of dollars a month. You have to pay for advertisements if you advertise, or you have to commit to doing a YouTube channel like me, which is a full 30, 40 hours a week, unpaid work. So I do YouTube, and it's pretty much unpaid. I don't really make much off of YouTube, but I do it because it helps with the show. It's the way I advertise. I don't pay for advertisements. I just do YouTube. So you have to commit to a lot of extra work promoting, because if you're a flea market, people know you sell stuff. People come to a flea market. If you're your own shop, you have to find a way to promote your shop. No one's going to find your shop if you don't do anything to let them know. And then and there's a lot of competition because a lot of people think it's awesome. I don't sell new stuff. I never like selling new stuff. New stuff has small margins. If I buy NECA action figures, they're $22. And they sell for $25 to $28 on Amazon. So after fees and all that, if I match Amazon's price, I am making $2. And so I try to charge more of them, but then people get mad that I'm charging $32 when Amazon's $27 or $26. So it's hard to sell new stuff. The margins are really slim. That's why I mostly buy collections from people. I like selling vintage stuff. I like selling used stuff. Because I go, oh, there's another, I didn't see this one yet. We have a cool Flash poster. That's neat. Super cool. I actually have not seen that one yet. I'm really looking for this movie. It looks really dope. I actually cannot wait. I know, I kind of do like 1 a.m. walks. I just feel like it's peaceful. We're seeing lots of different things. We're experiencing, you know, a quiet time of the day. Except tomorrow night when we do the late night walk, it's going to be really crowded in the neighborhood. People are going to be having fun. I like late night on... Oh, there's another one on this side too. More Flash posters. That's cool. I love when the movie posters get put out. And then, so then you have your rent. You have to pay for bags. You have to pay for supplies. You have to deal with theft. You know, people steal stuff. You have to deal with stuff that doesn't sell. You have overstock that sits around that you have to figure out how to clearance it without destroying your business. I don't clearance stuff out in my shop. Like, I was happy selling stuff on clearance on Whatnot because it's a different place. In my shop, I don't clearance stuff because if I clearance stuff in the shop, then people come to expect a clearance. And then you end up you don't sell stuff for the price you want to get. People wait for clearance, and it's really frustrating. Every time I would do a sale, I would sell all the best stuff at a discount and still not sell the stuff I want to get rid of. Lars, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to probably do another like 10 o'clock my time, maybe a little bit later. I like doing the Friday night walk because I can look for the garage sales. And it's just fun seeing all the people out and about all dressed up fancy, going to the clubs and that kind of stuff. Friday nights are fun to me. I have an older brother. He does real estate right now. I have a younger brother. He works in the magical salad industry. I think he helps sell it. But like a corporation, not like the CD kind, but actual legal corporation. All right, John, good night. It was fun hanging out. And then I have a younger sister that's 5 years younger. We were like best friends growing up. She and her husband run a business that sell exercise equipment. And then my little sister, she's a writer. I believe, I'm not exactly sure what she's doing right now, but I know she was working as a reporter, writing for a newspaper. I think she still does that. So yeah, there's 5 of us. I'm the second oldest. And then, all right, I'm gonna, oh, actually, all right, I don't know, we're going to disconnect for a second, I think. I want to go in that park over there, sit on the bench where it's really nice, and try to recharge the phone with the portable battery, because that's a test that we haven't done yet. And so I kind of want to do that, see if we can go for 2.5 hours tonight with a good recharge. So far we got a signal though, this is good. Okay, yeah, that block I always lose signal. I was trying to avoid that block, I went too far down. And then in this park though, this up top, it's a quite a good signal, I think. It's a little bit choppy until we get up top. But yeah, it's a decent, but now my mom got remarried in 92, so 2 of my siblings are half siblings, my 2 youngest ones. So I was 16 years old when my little brother was born. He's the reason why I got into Pokemon, because he got, his first pack when he was 7, and the big kids in the neighborhood made him trade his good card away for a pile of garbage. So that's how I got into Pokemon, because I became the Pokemon dealer. Yeah, I knew we were going to disconnect, but we're back now. And right on this bench right here should be a good signal. It's a really beautiful little park over here. Hopefully no one's sitting. Nope, no one's over here sitting. So we have a nice peaceful park by ourselves. Yeah, but I hooked him up at that. But I started making sure, he wasn't getting ripped off by the kids. I had to go yell at the kids. I tried to make them give it back, but they didn't give me back whatever it was that they took from him. He begged my mom for like 2 weeks to get a pack of Pokemon cards, and then Alice and I at the time had a little collectible store in New Jersey, and after we closed, we got to my mom's house, and he was so proud to show me the stack of cards he traded away 1 card for. I haven't tried. We could try the free signal. All right, Lars. Sleep well. Yeah, I mean, 16 years difference is crazy, but I mean, it's not. Yeah, we got that here. I'll just see if I can zoom in. Total lens. Yeah, we got the Empire State Building right there. Every night, it's a different color, celebrating something else. We got a whole bunch of new buildings. The Chrysler Building used to be the 2nd largest building, but now we have this like fellow Avengers Tower, and there's just like so many buildings here. It is crazy. Retro toy. So retro is 20 years old. So retro toys keep becoming new. New things become retro. So right now, 2003 is retro. So there's a lot of stuff that's starting to sell that wasn't selling 5 years ago. What happens is some people grow out of it. So the stuff that's probably like 35 years old. So like original Star Wars is probably getting a little bit too old. Mego figures are getting a little bit too old to really grow anymore. Although Star Wars is multi-generational now, because there's people that grew up with Star Wars in the early 2000s. Here, I'm gonna put this down for a second. Get my charger out. Okay, there we go. There's the skyline. I have a drink for 1 second. I'm gonna get this portable charger. Let's see if we can charge up. I gotta figure out which cord I need to use. That's the wrong one. Okay, give me a second. I can't read what you guys are saying, so give me a second. I'm trying to find the right cord. That's the wrong cord. That's the wrong cord. Oh, I hope I brought the right cord. Oh, that's the wrong cord. Could have swore I grabbed the right cord. Crap. Nope. I grabbed the wrong cords. That's, Yep, I grabbed the wrong cords. Okay, test is a fail. I need a USB to FireWire. I forgot to grab that. I grabbed a USB-C to FireWire, which I can't use with the charger. You mean the original ones or remakes? So the people that grew up with Masters Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, they're getting into their 50s. I'm 47, so that's like I'm right in the 86 would have been like right in my key wheelhouse. So there's probably 42-year-olds to about 52-year-olds. So they are getting too old. They're going to start dying off and selling their stuff. So that's what happens is as you get older, this G.I. Joe is dying off. There's no multi-generational G.I. Joe people because there's no good. All right, so remakes. What happens is they make adult collectible toys. They make stuff for adult collectors because the old stuff got too expensive. And they always do that. Right now, they're making Pokemon for the 30-year-olds. In like 5-10 years, you're going to see the stuff that came out in 2010. They're going to start remaking. Yeah, let's see if we go back. No, I don't know which camera I want to use. But yeah, as long as people are buying that retro stuff, it's going to keep selling. They're going to start switching out, though, because G.I. Joe is not going to be very sellable in about 10 years. When everyone's like 60 years old and thinking about dying off, they're not going to be buying G.I. Joe toys. I guarantee that. There may be a few people, but that's not going to be the market. The market's going to be, who's like 25, 30 right now. In 10 years, that's what they're going to be making. So it'll be Pokemon. It'll be Digimon toys. It will be like, think of what they're making now of all the He-Man, G.I. Joe, all that stuff. In 10, 15 years, it's going to be Pokemon, Digimon, Sailor Moon, Power Rangers, that kind of stuff. It just happens. It's just how the market works. I always say, you start here, you're born, up to about age 7. That's when you're playing with plush toys. You don't really make those solid connections. The stuff you had before the age of 7, you want your originals. Right? If you had a plush dog that you absolutely loved, you don't want a new version of that. You want your original plush dog because that's what you're connected with. You don't care about replacements. You don't collect that stuff. You collect it a little bit, but then once you get about 8 to 11, 8 to 12, 7 to 12, that's your key nostalgic years. Those are the years you form the strongest bonds, the stuff as a child you absolutely love. Because you remember it. When you're 5 years old, 4 years old, you don't remember that stuff, right? But when you're like 8, 9, you remember all that. That's the stuff that's deep into your nostalgia. So you go from like 8 to 11, 12. Then when around 13, you grow out of it. You start thinking about girls or boys. You start thinking about video games, music, sports. You go on to those things that are more adult because you don't want to be a child anymore. Then somewhere around 21, 22, when you're done through school, you go 2 paths. Some people go on, they never think about their childhood stuff again. They don't care about it. They don't want to buy it. And then there's some people, 21, 22, you have your first job, you're done with school, and you think, you know what? I kind of like that stuff as a kid. I remember one Christmas I didn't get that toy. So you go and you buy it. So stuff starts spiking when you're like 21, 22, right? So that's about 12 years after its peak. So right now, toys from 2010, 2012 are starting to peak. Like they're just starting. So you're talking about the earliest Funko Pops. You're talking about Monster High dolls. You're talking about Marvel Legends. You're talking about the stuff that was really popular in 2010 that kids played with that kind of died down. It's now coming back. And now they're making Monster High dolls for the adult collector that are really expensive. They're making $80 collector Monster High dolls. That's because those people that grew up with Monster High are now in that 22, 23 years. And then, so then the market is mature, right? So you have your vintage originals from 12 years earlier. Then you have that market for the people that are now in their early 20s. So what happens is they start making that original stuff. Now, if they start making the adult market stuff. If that stuff starts going up in value, what happens is, if you can buy the new thing for $100, but you can buy an original for 120, people start buying the original. So then the original stuff goes up in value because there's a ceiling to the stuff made for adult collectors, because that's not what they're nostalgic for the thing they had as a kid. But if that new thing that kind of is a cheaper replacement for it goes up in value, the money pours into the original. So now the next 10, 15 years, it's a mature market. And then you get to when people are around 40, you have your midlife crisis. And that's really when stuff peaks. So G.I. Joe, Transformers, that kind of stuff really, and Master Universe really peaked about 5 years ago. And that's when it really got like hardcore for those high prices. Now prices are still slowly climbing, but they didn't rise as crazy as they did about 5 years ago. And then throughout your 40s till your 50s, in your 50s is when you start selling that stuff off. And then by your 60s, people start dying off. Toy collecting, definitely. Comic collecting, all that stuff is definitely midlife crisis stuff. People are paying big money for that kind of stuff. It's definitely a lot of people our age will buy expensive toys from the 80s. I mean, I spent $5,000 on a Daredevil #1. I'm happy to own that because that was something I've wanted for 30 years. I'd rather have that than a sports card. With the thing with Funko Pops now, they're a corporation, so they're making the stuff that sells. So they're going to keep making Batman, Spider-Mans, and all the anime, One Piece, and everything that's actually selling. And they're not going to do as many smaller experimental lines like they used to. It really sucks for Funko right now. I've been on top of the Empire State Building. I've been up there twice. It's beautiful up there. I would like the live stream if I could. Yeah, I'm hoping to go to 100. I invite you guys to my 100th birthday. When I'm 100, I want to have a big party. I always say, if by the time I'm retired, I'm rich, I don't have to sell off all my stuff. I would love for my funeral to be a garage sale. Sell all my stuff for like $1. Oh, Daredevil #1, $1. Unless the cool kid needs the money or something like that. Then never mind that idea. But I thought that would be cool. Let's see. Okay. I know I saw the Law and Order Pops. It's like stuff like that. I'm like, damn it. Am I getting back into Pops now? I think that. All right, let me see what else people said. I was on top of the Twin Towers, so when it fell, it really broke my heart because I loved going to the Twin Towers more than I loved going to the Empire State Building because you could see like the Statue of Liberty and stuff. But yeah, I've been on top of the Empire State Building twice. And the market is getting really flooded. Well, you know what it is? Back in the day when they made toys, you would have like G.I. Joe, 1987. They would come out with 20 different figures. And then 1988, they would have those same 20 figures plus a new 20. 1989, they would retire the 86, 87, whatever. And they would always add about 20 figures a year. Now, it's like they're making things every week. Just because they can't sell as much of one. They can't sell 100,000 or 1,000,000 of one toy. They have to make 100,000 different toys and sell 1,000 of them. So newer stuff, they just make so much. It does mean it's more limited though. So the kids' toys of today have a very good chance of having a high value. Sweet. I love Silver Age Justice League of Americas. I am collecting them now too. I really would like to get #1 sometime soon. I think Justice League Americas are undervalued. I know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll open up like a $10,000 toy when I'm 100 years old and freaking play with it. Smash it to the ground. Take a Snake Eyes and wrestle with it or something. Okay, let me see. I know a few more questions I missed. I was going off and I wasn't listening. I didn't see the Halloween movies. I should go back and watch them. The original Halloween is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, so I almost don't want to spoil it by watching the newer ones. I love I don't have any Migos in my store, Mr. Brightside. I do love 1970s Mego figures though. I have the Planet of the Apes Treehouse playset. I have about a dozen loose Planet of the Apes figures. I have maybe a dozen superhero Mego figures. I have the Batmobile. When I see Mego figures cheap at garage sales and flea markets, I pick them up. It's beautiful. There's a little bit. You can't really see it. There is just a very light, really high cloud. Usually when they're lower, you can see all the lights reflecting off of them. Oh, the 9.2 for 250 sounds great. That sounds amazing. Oh, my battery's down to 10%. Oh, man. I really wanted to test this recharge. So we might cut out in like the next 5 minutes or so. Okay, let's see. What else? Market is getting a little bit flooded just because they're making so much of it. Okay, I think I caught up with everyone's questions. Retro. I always say go back to the basics. If you find all this new stuff overwhelming, you know what? Go finish some of those retro lines. The G.I. Joes or Transformers. The stuff that's older that you never worked on. And just spend a little bit more on the stuff you really, really, really love. You don't have to keep buying everything that comes out. It's just too much. It does get boring when there's just so much coming out and it's no longer about the hunt, but just by trying to keep up. It's like a rat race. I don't like it. Star Trek Migos are awesome, and they're so undervalued. I have a mint on card Spock, and I think I have one other mint on card Star Trek figure, and then I have like 3 or 4 of them loose. Absolutely love the Star Trek Migos. So my brother had those as a kid, so I had them as hand-me-downs. See FNAF is. I'm 47 years old. I don't even know what the fuck FNAF is. I mean, I know what it is because my son plays it, and he'll sit there like monitoring all the monitors and look at stuff, and then thinking, and I'm just like, what? Okay, is that entertainment? He's like, yeah, I love it. He loves it. He loves the jump scare. He loves being terrified. It's kind of like when I was looking at the bag of rats before. I guess that's the feeling he gets at FNAF. I don't get FNAF. He loves FNAF. I know kids love FNAF, so I know he's hyped for it. And I have all the FNAF Funko Pops. I'm not selling those because I know the Five Nights at Freddy Funko Pops are going to be the thing that when he's 20, 25 years old will be worth $100 each easily. And also retro, if you want to enjoy what you have more, I mean, that's also awesome. Take pictures of it, catalog it, organize it, find a way to find your collection, enjoy with it. I love Conan the Barbarian. As a kid, I loved the Arnold movies. I loved the... I just love barbarian stuff in general. Like as a kid, I loved Beastmaster. I loved Conan the Barbarian. So I have 2 copies of Conan #1, the comic. I have a 8.5 and I bought a 9.0. I keep upgrading because the price went down, so I got another one. I kind of want to get another one. But I have Savage Tales of Conan #1, a 9.0, I believe, graded copy. I have most of them. I do pick them up when I see them for $1 or $2. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Yeah, no, the U.S. is all the U.S. stuff. But, you know, you just have to find a way to get, like, for instance, I love Japanese Ziggy stuff, right? I can't get it here. In fact, I collected Ziggy almost hardcore. Everything I could buy from 97 when I found YouTube to 2005 or 6. And then one day, someone listed a little Dematos Ziggy mug. It was like a little mug and a little saucer or like a little teacup. I thought that thing was awesome. And it was in Japanese. It was from Japan. I was like, what is this? So in the description, the guy said he had picked it up as a souvenir while he was in Japan in the early 80s. I was like, holy crap, there must be more Japanese stuff. I didn't know. It took me 2 months to figure out. I looked on, like, for Japanese eBay. There was no such thing. Couldn't find it. And then one day, someone said, oh, no, you have to look at Yahoo auctions for Japan. So I went to Yahoo auctions. Like, the first time I went on eBay, like, I remember before eBay, I had one box of Ziggy stuff that I had bought from thrift stores. I looked every day, every week. I would go out looking for Ziggy stuff, and I'd find, like, one thing a month. So I went on an AOL board, and I was like, does anyone know where I could find Ziggy stuff online? And someone said, go to this thing called eBay. So I went to eBay, I typed in Ziggy, and 1,000 things popped up. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen that much Ziggy stuff in one spot. I bought all the stuff I wanted, all the stuff I missed out. That stuff was common. I just started buying everything. I bought thousands of items. But it was not till 2006 I saw that little Ziggy mug from Japan, and I was just like, it blew me away. Finally found Yahoo auctions. I went on there, same thing happened. I typed in Ziggy. Maybe 50 Ziggy items came up from Japan. I was like, holy shit, I had never seen it. It was all new stuff. And so now I have thousands of Japanese Ziggy stuff. I have to pay a lot of money. I have to pay like a $5 proxy bidder fee, $7 repackage fee. I end up paying an extra $20 for everything I buy from Japan. So I know how much it costs to buy from another country. It's just something, if you want to collect it, you have to pay for it. But I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I love buying the Japanese Ziggy stuff. It's because the American stuff, I have it all. Yeah, no, it's everything is Savage Tales 1. No, I have the Savage Tales of Conan 1. That's different than Savage Tales. Savage Tales 1 is so expensive because of Man Thing. I really need that. I got a 7.5 HOS 92 a couple months ago. I paid $2,300 for it. I absolutely love it though. I love swamp monsters. Yeah, so it's awesome. Yeah, expensive cardboard, exactly. Oh, hi. Oh, no. Hi, expensive. I thought you were just saying something. Hello, expensive cardboard. Yeah, AOL chat. That's where I met Allison. I met Allison on an AOL chat room. I was really lonely. I was just trying to meet people that had similar interests. And so I was just meeting whoever I could meet. And so we met up. And I had one of my favorite days. Like, if I could time travel to one day, I'd love to relive that first day I met her. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'm just hanging out on the bench because my camera's going to die any minute now. So I figured I was going to try to charge it, but I bought the wrong cable. Dang it. We'll have to try the charge tomorrow. We still got the 2 hours, though. This is actually pretty awesome. She's probably half asleep. No, Tina's 3 Tina's, it's only 10 or 11 for Tina, I think. She's not quite sleepy time. Yeah, Tina's just enjoying my chat. You guys are giving me enough questions that I can talk for 20 minutes. I love when you guys give me a good question that I can just riff off on. Because then I don't have to think. I just talk and tell stories. I love it. But yeah, I'm having so much more fun. I don't know what time it is for me. 1 in the morning, maybe? I think I started at 11:20, 12. Yeah, it's probably 1:20 right now. So yeah, we're on a hill right now. So there's like stone paths. Let me see if I can walk around the path a little bit. So we have this beautiful stone right here. It's just a beautiful park. We have the hotels and stuff surrounding us. So this side, we got that hotel with a really cool like water tower bar on top. And then you got that hotel. That's a big office building. And then this is just a beautiful round park right here. It's gorgeous over here. Over here, this street here, there's no alternate side parking. So if you count, there's probably about 10, 15 vans. So this is a street where the van life people live. So if you go on YouTube, you look up Williamsburg van life video, you'll see videos with millions of views. And there's a bunch of people that live on the street that are in those videos. Williamsburg, Brooklyn, van life. You look that up, you'll see this street. This is like a famous street for that. And so that's there. And then we have this beautiful park that you can like up here is, I'm going to walk around. I don't know if we're going to disconnect or not. Or my phone might die any minute now. But we're going to see if we can enjoy this park a little bit. I love it. I feel safe. I mean, every once in a while I'll have someone that kind of creeps me out. But it's like right now I have 20 people sleeping in vans. I could start banging on vans like, help me if there's a problem. Or like I like walking around in the neighborhood where there's a bunch of bars open. I can always just go in the bar if I feel unsafe. Like I don't feel no, I don't think so. I don't think there's like the homeless, I think they put them into hotels actually. Right now we're getting a lot of immigrants that they're busing to New York City from Florida and whatnot. So we have thousands of immigrants. So there was a little protest because they were going to start housing them in the school gyms and stuff. So I think they're now moving them to some hotels and stuff. So that's there's homeless problems in New York, but it's not like San Francisco where it's all over the place. They try to provide different types of housing and stuff. It's usually the only people that don't get the housing. Like I've known homeless people that have sold to me that it was kind of awesome watching them go from like down and out in the streets where they would find me a few things and come in to get $20 to buy some food or alcohol or whatever, to being able to get a place to stay, to finding actual work and stuff. It's actually kind of cool. The people that are homeless in New York City that don't have that are usually mentally ill. So they don't have the mental capacity to get help from themselves. And it's kind of sad, actually. But yeah, for the most part, I feel safe. I don't ever feel too scared in the neighborhood. Just because I feel like there's so much going on and there's a lot of people out that doesn't feel like kind of scary and sketchy. And I'm walking 7 miles a day. So how about I have the stamina to start running? Something scary happens. I'm going to fucking run my ass off. All right, we got a little bit of okay, this side, we have a connection again. So now, okay, back up here, we have a signal. Okay, so, nope, if I go this way, the signal, all right, we have a signal. So the park ends